So to monetize a YouTube channel, you need 1,000 subscribers, which is pretty easy to understand, right? But then it gets a little more complicated because you've got two options. You could try and get 10 million YouTube Shorts views in 90 days, which in my opinion sounds very difficult. That's silly. We won't talk about that today. So we're back to 4,000 public watch hours in 12 months, which is no easy feat in itself. The fact is, YouTube is hard, and 3 or 4 months into a creator's journey, they start to realize this. I saw a post recently from a creator who said, despite going to law school and passing the bar exam, YouTube is the hardest thing they have ever done in their life. That's really quite a sobering thought, isn't it? But having said that, it's not impossible because we're still all here creating videos, right? So if we were to teach you one thing, the most important thing about how to get 4,000 watch time hours, it would probably be this. Niche, 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 target audience. Whatever you want to call it, you probably want to get familiar with this concept. And here's the reason why. Recent estimates suggest that over 500 hours of content is uploaded to YouTube every single minute. That means that not only is there a lot of competition from other creators, but viewers have a hell of a lot of choice. Now just imagine for a second if you were able to grab those 500 hours of watch time every minute. You'd be monetized in 8 minutes, which is pretty cool, right? But to do that, your content would have to appeal to every single human being on YouTube. And to be honest, that ain't happening. Because as the saying goes, if you try to talk to everybody, you end up talking to no one. And that fundamentally is the big secret to more views and ultimately more watch time. Stop worrying and thinking about all of this and get laser focused on just this. So if you are just starting out on your YouTube journey and you're not really sure what you're doing with your channel yet, here's 3 things to consider when thinking about your niche. The main goal of any YouTube channel should be to build a loyal, engaged, and ultimately significant audience that enjoys the content on the channel. The discovery of that content to that viewer can come in many different ways, through search, being shared on the internet, or naturally through browsing suggested on YouTube. Now, if the viewer is satisfied by that content, then typically when they next see some of your thumbnails and titles, they want to see roughly more of the same. Viewers tend to associate viewing habits with certain creators. So when someone discovers Kaise they expect to see vlogging and storytelling. With Linus Tech Tips, it's technology and building a business around it. If you're going to CoffeeZilla, you want to see him uncovering scams and fraudsters. And when it comes to vidIQ, you get the idea, right? In all cases, these creators are giving their audience mostly more of what they like and with a little bit of experimentation on top. That's why it can be useful to have one of these, by the way, a value proposition. Answer this and write it down for future reference. What should every single video on your channel do for your target audience? And that's what you should do every time you start a new video. Look at that value proposition and ask yourself, will this video deliver this message to whoever watches it? Let me paint you an example. You're a super busy person and you came across a fantastic video about quick and healthy recipes, and you really enjoy what that creator did. But then the very next video the viewer sees from that creator is a 25 ingredients recipe extravaganza that takes 3.5 hours to make. Even that shift within the same video topic, cooking, could alienate that viewer because it's no longer strictly for them. Here's something to try next time you're on YouTube. Go to a creator's homepage and look at their channel banner and videos for 3 seconds. Kind of like this. What's the channel about? If you're able to answer that after such a short amount of time looking at the channel, then that creator knows their niche, knows their target audience. You want your viewers to know instinctively they are in the right place, to say to themselves, this video was literally made for me. When that happens, viewers are far more likely to stick around for longer and watch more of your videos. And from that positive data, YouTube will go out and find more similar viewers who may be interested in your videos. And I've explained all of that without using the word algorithm once, because that's essentially what this is. So how do you pick a niche? We can start with identifying your interests. Again, it might be worth writing down the answers to these questions with your answers. What are you passionate about? What do you want to be known for? And what are you good at? Now, if you can clearly answer those 3 questions without hesitation, then stop this video and start your own video with those answers in mind. Having said that, we've already established that YouTube is very, very hard. It can often take a year or more to reach 4,000 hours of watch time and monetize your channel. So ask yourself this question. Do you still want to be talking about the passion you have right now in 3 years' time? Your niche needs to motivate you enough to wake up in the morning, start filming, and still be excited about the process, video after video after video. If you don't do that, then I'm afraid burnout is inevitable. Now, you don't need to be an expert in your niche, but if you're passionate about your niche, that means you're willing to learn and absorb everything. And as long as you're one step ahead of your viewers, you're the expert. When it comes to YouTube, I will always say I am not an expert. I'm just a passionate educator. And through our target audience, we tend to support creators who are starting out on their journeys, looking for these milestones of 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time to get monetized. And if creators graduate from our content, there are plenty of other YouTube educators out there who do an excellent job serving their new needs. So once you've answered all of these questions and found your niche, your sweet spot, come up with 3 video ideas to kick things off. And at this point, try not to worry about creating yourself into a tiny YouTube corner that you don't want to be in forever. As your channel grows and you become more confident as a creator and your skill set improves, you can start to evolve your niche, evolve your target audience, and evolve the content that you make. Just try not to do hard pivots. Now, we've already alluded to this a little bit, but let's dig into the details. Finding your niche within a niche. This might be a vlogger who focuses on camera equipment, Peter McKinnon, or a tech channel that focuses on, let me get this right, true wireless earbuds. That's Jeff. He works here at vidIQ. Or how about, theoretically, a fitness instructor that focuses on females over the age of 60 who have 50 minutes to do a workout. You can get as niche as that and it'll still be a successful channel. As you consistently post more and more videos for that niche, you will gain relatability and credibility. And when that happens, your audience becomes more engaged, more loyal, comes back. And it doesn't matter if they subscribe to your channel or not. Once you've got 1,000 of them, all you want viewers to do is to return to your content time and time again. That's where the watch time comes from. Of course, out of the YouTube gate, there's likely to be a lot of trial and error, which means that you need to be agile. So yes, here we are talking about pivots. But very subtle ones within your niche. Obviously, content output will vary from channel to channel, but I would say after 3 to 6 months, you've probably got at least 10 videos on your channel, if not more. And naturally, since you're starting out your YouTube journey, you're going to be doing a lot of experimenting. But from those videos, you'll be able to take some positive data points. Videos that had a higher click-through rate, videos that were watched for longer, videos that had more views. It is an obvious tactic, but it works. Pick the top 2 or 3 videos and make more videos on similar content. Really drill down into the subject. And if you haven't already done so, start doing research on your competition. There is absolutely nothing wrong with watching another content creator's video and saying to yourself, you know what? I can add to that conversation. I disagree with what they're saying, and here's why. I agree with what they're saying, but here's what I need to add. They missed out this point, I'm going to cover it. That information is 6 months old, I can update it. I'm going to be straight with you right here, right now. We have watched some of Think Media's videos and thought to ourselves, you know what? We can make our own version of that. And they've probably done exactly the same thing to us. And that's fine. It's good to experiment with many different types of videos because in the long run, you need to get good at coming up with ideas. There's nothing worse than publishing a video that's received really well by your audience and then not knowing what to do next. That's a missed opportunity to build on momentum. Oh, and on that note, if you do need help with ideas, the vidIQ app does have an AI idea generator that's based off of your own channel content. So check it out if you need some inspiration, if you're feeling a little stuck. Now then, I need to add a caveat. Passion doesn't equal profit. And that sounds like a Ferengi rule of acquisition from Deep Space Nine.
The 9th rule of acquisition clearly states that opportunity plus instinct equals profit.
You clicked on this video to get 4,000 hours of watch time to monetize your channel, but your niche may not necessarily pay out a lot in CPMs. You can see on screen now some of the most profitable niches with CPMs between $14 and $21. But remember what we said earlier, if you're creating content that you're not passionate about, you're likely to burn out pretty quickly. Unless you're looking to simply create a business out of this and outsource all of the stuff you hate doing, go right ahead. 4,000 hours of watch time is an admirable goal to aim towards, given the rewards at the end of it. In the short term, ad revenue can be the motivation that pushes you onto the next phase of your YouTube journey. But in the long term, ad revenue will probably contribute about this much to your YouTube channel's business, especially when you consider brand deals, sponsorships, affiliate links, selling your own products and services, and so on. But that's a video for another time, unless you've got time right now, because you can watch it right here.